Welcome
to hell.
Welcome to episode 225 of Hello Dysfunction.
Yep, of that.
Yep. Here we are.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Pata Fria.
And I'm irritated.
Yeah. We keep giving you guys weather updates to start. It's really hot. One thing about the Bay Area is we don't really get summer until like September, the very end of August, through like the end of October.
It's like the middle of August to like the end of October. The last couple of years it's went till like the first couple weeks in November.
Yeah, it's Indian summer. And so we're
becoming Australian.
It's awful. But I was just telling you before we started, me and Peas are like woke up covered in like mosquito bites. And I've killed a few in my room in the last couple of days, but I didn't think they got us. This morning, my ring finger was swollen up like Nutty Professor. It was like hella tight and hot. And I have a bite behind my nail, like directly down the top of my fingertip, which is like, why were you right there? Excuse me, why were you right there of all places? And I have one on the side of the same finger, hot and swollen. I need to lance them myself. Might do it on the porch.
You don't lance those, leave them alone.
No, they're swollen. It's like pressure.
But it'll go away.
They hurt. And I just noticed Peas has a big ass one on her neck and one swollen on the top of her wrist.
That's because you guys have sweet meat.
They fucked us up and I'm pissed. I'm pissed. You. So before we started, I was searching on TikTok a whole bunch of like how to kill them if they get in the house, like how to attract them to death type videos. So I'm going to do that as soon as I get home because I can't be getting bit up. And this is so uncomfortable. It looks like a blood blister on the top of my finger and it hurts so fucking bad.
That's fun.
Yeah, I'm just not about like discomfort. I want to cut it open so it can hurry up and heal.
Because of all the fires in Northern California, our air quality is really bad today. It's very, very smoky.
Muggy. And like, yeah, it's weird.
It's hella smoky and my sinuses are fucking pissed.
When we left, it was like 91 degrees in Richmond.
Which is rare.
Really hot for Richmond. I walked outside and I was like, oh my God. And then when we got to go over by like Target and shit, I saw how dark the sky was. And I was like, what the fuck is that about?
Anytime it gets really smoky in the air, it reminds me of the day Peas was born. Remember when it was orange?
That was a bright
dark
red.
Orange all
There's
day.
never been that in the history of the world.
So when it gets uber smoky, it always takes me back to that day because it was really fucking smoky.
Anytime the like any of these pages that I follow post that day, I always like repost it to my story. Like, this was the day Peas arrived.
I remember going outside. It was like 8:30 a.m. like right after you had her. I went to go smoke and it looked like nighttime, like orange
the
nighttime.
Whole day. It was very scary
cool.
and weird.
It was, but it was also kind of cool though.
It was, but just because it's never happened. God, I'm itchy here too. Ugh.
I hate everything.
Yeah, discomfort.
Gonna have a fucking mental break.
We did release our Vegas vlog today, so if you're not a member on our Patreon, you might want to sign up.
Better get there.
It's about, what is it, like 45 minutes long or something, and it's our whole adventure, and it came out so fucking good. I was like super pleased and shocked. It came out really good.
Mark did a good job.
Hell yeah. So we finally released that, and then Crystal put up some photos also from the trip on our Instagram page, which is cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a note to mention, because we have a lot of listeners that aren't on social media.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube now, guys. So we haven't done like a formal announcement about it, but we're starting to release a lot more video episodes, and that's going to be like a regular thing now. So if you're not,
unfortunately,
if you're not yet, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Hello Dysfunction, and feel free to leave comments as long as they're nice.
Yep.
And yeah, rate and thumbs up and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I'm burnt out right now. I am so fucking on life. And I'm just really, you know, this is where I come to complain all the time. You know, since my client fell, I haven't had a day off. And I've been going there for multiple hours twice a day. It's not just a block of hours.
Yeah.
You know, I've been splitting it up. Well, what I got done was I had him get a hold of his doctor and get a physical therapy referral over. So they're going to come to the house, work with him.
Get him more comfortable.
Yeah, so he feels
shit.
comfortable walking around when no one's there again, which will really fucking help.
Yeah.
Because he'll walk when I'm there. It's just not when, you know, when I'm not there. So, yeah, I'm hoping physical therapy starts soon. Like, in a few days. Usually they're pretty good about that. We'll see.
And then in the meantime, what? You have to continue this?
No, when I go over there, after I go to open house, I just have to go there to exchange some water bottles. I'm going to have him get up and walk while I'm there, just to make him get up and walk. And I don't know, girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something else that really pissed me off. I saw something. It better be a fucking joke. McDonald's is going to start serving corn. Why would they do that?
What kind of corn?
A bowl of fucking corn.
I don't think...
It better be a fucking joke.
Number one, I don't know why that has you so angry.
I hate corn.
It's not gonna like accidentally get in your food.
So you're like, I really feel like a Big Mac with a side of corn.
I don't think that's real. That's not a side.
I need to see.
That's not an appropriate side for a burger place.
I just came across it today and I didn't get a chance to look into it.
I don't think that's real. Like, for a burger place, they have chicken sandwiches and burgers and shit. Like, when would corn be appropriate to go with that?
I'd like a hot fudge sundae and a side of corn.
No, I don't think that's real.
It better not be.
Also, they've kept their menu the same for so long. They're not gonna like throw a wrench in it randomly and add corn.
Oh, so you know what? It's not the U.S. McDonald's. It's in the Philippines.
That sounds about
disgusting
right. Yeah,
still.
that sounds about right though.
You know, every country's McDonald's has different
they have
menus.
different some have spaghetti and shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not
that
mad at
makes
the
sense.
spaghetti though. The corn I'm mad at.
So Maybe got her marriage license today.
You know, get the fuck out. Get out. Get up. Walk your ass to the car.
She's only been divorced for like 34 days and she already filed for her new. So
why would you even want to do that again?
I'm not talking shit because y'all know this is my girl and we might do some content together in the future. I'll keep y'all posted. But yeah, no, her and Whitney went and filed. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, just search on Facebook or something. She's an influencer.
I made the mistake of showing her so we could laugh one day, and this bitch made her bestie.
And are you jealous?
Since for 2 years. Wait, just go look. Y'all just go.
So she's an influencer. She's really big on Facebook. She has a following also on YouTube now. And, you know, we've been in touch. Like, I
will say, whoa, I just almost choked on an ice chip. You seen that? I was going to die on camera.
I just saw your eyes get big.
What I do respect about her is that her sister, was special needs. She had gotten a car wreck and was
quadriplegic, I think.
Mentally disabled.
Is that the word? Quadriplegic?
I don't think she was a quad, but she was paralyzed, I believe.
Yeah.
And
quad is when you
can't move at all.
Yeah, I think that's what she was.
But she
couldn't feed herself or anything with her arms.
Yeah, but she didn't have voluntary movement. So she didn't have control, but she could move it a little, you know?
Okay.
So but mentally she became very disabled, and so Maybe did take care of her for years. Like,
and made sure that she did not go into a facility.
Absolutely. Like, I respect that.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it, you know, you can like, she just loved her so much and made content with her, and like, you know, you can tell that was, and she doesn't have very much family, so it's like that was, you know, like probably her closest relative aside from her kids.
And as someone who, I mean, I don't have anybody.
She lost her
Yeah.
sister, and so yeah, I can't imagine how rough that would be.
No, and you can tell it really does affect her. She don't speak about it a lot, but
yeah,
absolutely does. And as someone that does that kind of work and has done that for family with, you know, a husband and kids and a life, that shit is really fucking hard. So
for sure,
I will high five her for that.
I'll also give her a high five that even though like she got demonetized, I think she just got her ads back like 2 days ago, so she might start getting paid again on Facebook like she was before,
because she made hella money.
She made over $1 million last year,
and then went and bought a fat ass house and then got demonetized.
Yeah, like, which is scary. Like, I don't wish that on anybody. That's scary. And there's so many people that bully her about
Fresh
it.
and Fit. Go for it.
Yeah, them. Yeah, we are happy about them. But no, she, you know, that what I was gonna say, the high five was she will really like hustle.
Yeah,
like she got a vehicle so she could start doing Uber XL.
Bitch,
like
she started OnlyFans.
She started OnlyFans. She started YouTube. Like she was doing lives on TikTok
she
and
didn't
shit.
Just
like
cry about it.
No, and she didn't like give up either. Like even with all the bullying and the drama that she has within her household and within her family and her circle and shit, like she does not give up. So, and you know, I'm kind of like, we're alike in that way. Like I've been through, you know, not to be funny about it, but like I have a lot of hustles, you know, so when I see other people,
for sure, you respect it.
I don't depend on no man, I don't depend on no family, I don't depend on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have right now, I would say I have like 5 streams of income on my own, you know what I'm saying? And like if I need to, I'll make 10. Like that, it's just in me. Like I'll do that. So when I recognize that in other people,
it's commendable for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like she will get it out the mud. If she don't just, you know, a lot of people like to say that, you know, and they have other people helping here and there on the back end or whatever. But like, you know, even like there's other people too, like well, I'm not going to sit here and name drop a bunch of people, but it's something, a quality that I appreciate in people when I recognize it.
For sure.
Yeah.
But go watch the page.
So what I was going to say was she got her marriage license and I was watching, you know, they went live for the process and everything. And Whitney is like attractive for real. Like she's some work on the low. Like for, yeah, I think so. And I was thinking, I want a fine ass stud.
Get one. You better get on it.
I don't think I've ever had one.
There's got to be like, there's Grindr for dudes. Isn't there one for women? There's got to be something.
Is Grindr not for both?
I don't know.
Not for everybody?
I just always hear about, for men.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm assuming there's got to be something.
There's ones for Christians. There's ones for farmers. Where's the
There's
stud?
one for Jewish people only.
Where's the one for studs?
Maybe go to the Jewish one.
Maybe not. I don't think a Jewish partner is gonna want you. Me. Yeah, I'm not appropriate for the Jewish lifestyle.
You cannot be taken home to the Hasidic
but I thought
mother.
About farmers, because I do like a
I'm
man's man.
I'm not fucking mad about
I do
a
like
farmer.
a man's man. I like horses and land. I like a man that can fix on shit. That's handy and like I can count on to do things other than just fucking open jars or whatever. Like I like a man's man
who can fix shit.
Yeah, and I like horses that. And shit are a plus.
You love horses.
If you have a farm, what can we move in? I don't know.
Can I start a cat rescue on your farm?
So let's talk about
on
it.
Your man's farm.
No, so I want maybe a stud farmer. Maybe I can find that a fine ass stud with a farm.
Do you still want to be a pillow princess?
I don't know. We'll see. I've talked about possibly eating ass in the recent weeks.
Well, that's why I said that.
Yeah, as I get older, I'm way more open-minded about a lot of things. So who knows? We'll see. I think it all depends on the person that I'm fucking with, like how much I'll be willing to do, Yeah. And how attracted I am and all that. That all plays a part. I can't just like generally plan for each person being the same.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone is different, for sure.
Yeah. Like, there's people I know of now that I would let, like, piss all over me and shit. And then there's people also that I know that I would be like, never.
I don't even let them use my bathroom.
Not for $1 million. Like, you know, it's different for different people.
For
so,
sure.
Yeah. So who knows?
You know what I saw on, you know, one of the groups today? The girl power group, where it's like they bust out cheating men and shit.
Oh,
or they want to make sure no one's
do y'all know this man
before I talk to him, before we go on a date, blah blah blah,
which I like.
Love it. There's a million of them.
It's like a screening process.
Yes, and it's not just one group. There's like literally fucking 50 of them. But anyway, like for every city, every state, like they're all over.
I don't think I knew that. That's cool.
Very. Well, in one of them I seen today, a dude had this girl had posted screenshots, and I don't really know the context, but basically he wanted to be pegged and was telling the girl he wants to be pegged. He used to pay a dom. She moved away. He hasn't found another one.
It's a common story.
He's like, will you do it? And then he said he had a girlfriend, and the girl was like, you're shady, you're a cheater, and then blasted him all over.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So I felt multiple ways.
Yeah.
My first way was like, fuck, what if his family finds out or something, right? Like, that's something that can be really frowned upon in men's lives. Okay?
Exactly.
Could get you killed. So that was my first thought. My second thought was, fuck, that's hella shady of her to do that, right?
Yeah, it is.
Then my other thought
and
was...
then also, is it kind of homophobic also? Like, are you trying to shame him for
so
that?
I think she was just basically like, I hope his girlfriend's in the group because he's doing this behind your back. Because he had mentioned, my girlfriend doesn't know that I'm into these things. I haven't told her, like in the text threads.
Yeah.
So
sorry, let me just interrupt you real quick. Was he asking to date her, or was he asking for her to just facilitate that? He as like an arrangement.
So I think she was looking for something like a friends with benefits situation, and he basically was like, are you up for pegging me? And then he went in to explain he used to have a dom. They moved away. Yeah. Like, he used to pay someone. He said, I'm willing to pay for it.
Okay.
So I think he was just looking for somebody to do that for him.
Yeah.
I did kind of feel bad for the girlfriend. So that was my other feeling was, fuck, I'd want to know if my dude was into that.
But what if you're closed-minded and then you don't deserve to know?
That was my other thought.
Yeah.
After I said, fuck, I feel bad.
In my opinion, all girlfriends don't deserve to know. Because, like, if you're judgy and you're going to shame them, or you're going to fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I've seen that are into foot play and shit, but they cannot share that with their partner because their partner would, like, no longer be their fucking partner because of it. We have a child trying to break in right now. A burglar.
A burglar piece.
In cowboy boots is trying to get in right now. I can hear it.
And a farm dress. And a fancy farm dress.
Sorry, guys.
But okay, so I was like, fuck, I feel really bad for the girlfriend. But then I was like, why hasn't he told the girlfriend? Like, is it because she's closed-minded, right? Like, I had like a million different thoughts regarding that post. But my first one was, fuck, bitch, she might be getting him killed or something. Like, I don't know.
I don't think those groups are set up for that. And I think you should, bitch, if somebody posts him asking, then maybe say he wanted to set up an arrangement with me. Don't say what the fuck the specifics
So
are.
I don't think she should have posted the screenshots of him asking about pegging.
Yeah,
I think
maybe don't share the specifics at all.
Right. Maybe post his face and say, if his girlfriend is in the group, please contact me. I have information.
Maybe not even that.
Well, to just say that he's on dating sites. I would want to know if my man was on dating sites.
Yeah, but this doesn't sound like he's trying to cheat, to be a cheater. I don't know. I feel like if somebody posts him, then be like, you know, this is what happened. But don't go and like blast him. And I don't know. That's how I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, it brought up like 900 different feelings. Like, looking at it from hella different ways. Yeah. But I don't think the actual sexual context should have been shared with
That's out
everybody.
of pocket. That could affect his, like you said,
his life,
even his job, his fucking, like, that could really, no.
Yes.
She's wrong for that.
For sure. If you want to tell,
and I'd have told her. So,
and if you want to tell his
group?
girlfriend, you know what, that he's on dating sites, fine, but don't blast that kind of information. Like, you're putting people's fucking a lot at stake. I just feel like, so that really rubbed me the wrong way. And then from there, I came across I've been watching old episodes of Sex and the City, right? I'm probably on my third run through it again in the last month.
You love it?
I love the old Sex and the City. Love that shit. So I love Samantha. But like I said, there is problematic shit that is not
I was gonna
cool
say
today.
The clips that I see lately, anything to do with that show is always like bad shit, like problematic shit that comes up from that show. I never watched it back then.
There's not a lot.
Okay.
So there's just one. So out of probably like, I don't know, 50, 60 episodes, there's probably at least 4 where there's like problematic shit. One of them involves transgender people, where back then they were referred to as chicks with shit like that. Not cool. But on an episode, Carrie was talking about, and it's funny, it just reminds me of conversations that we've had before. She called it quantum cheating. There's a cheating curve where if the more likely you are to cheat, then the more open you are
to accepting it.
Yes.
For sure.
And then someone's definition of what constitutes cheating is in direct proportion to how much they themselves cheat. Right?
Yeah.
So like how before you've said in relationships, somebody's sexting, you're like, not a big deal.
Not a deal breaker.
Because you're like, I do it. Too,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't get mad because I fucking do it.
Yeah.
And it makes total sense.
Exactly.
There's absolutely a fucking cheating curve. And then is the act, and then Samantha proposed this question. She said, is the act of cheating defined by the act of getting caught, or does one not exist without the other?
What does that mean?
Meaning, if your partner cheats on you,
but you don't know about it,
never find out,
it doesn't count as cheating.
Does it fucking count?
Someone's always gonna find out.
Always.
That's not reality.
Always.
Yeah, to even think of that fantasy in a dream world, someone's always going to find out.
Yeah, so
and it's not just on the men, it's on the women. Like what's done in the dark. It's even if it's after the relationship has ended, years later.
I found shit out like 10 years fucking later.
It's always going to come out. So.
And of course I didn't give a fuck that many years later, but just to know like, wow.
It's going to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always fucking comes out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm going to fight them. That'll be real Patreon content. I'm going to fucking fight them on their lawn. Oh my God. It's like a joke.
They don't start until this time. I swear to God. They see your car. They're like, bust out the saw.
Speaking of like yard work and whatnot, I have this in my notes. I don't think my kids know that, like, for probation, when I was in high school and shit, I had to pick up garbage on the side of the freeway before.
I remember that. I remember
had to do that for like, I had like so many hours. I had like 100 hours or something of that. Like it went on for like a while. Like it wasn't like a few times. Like I remember having to get up in the morning on hot days. I went to the park in North Richmond. They took us. I was the only girl on the van.
I remember you borrowed some boy's cell phone, and back then it was like the prototype.
Like, beep, beep, beep.
It was like the big block one, but you borrowed it while you was on the bus, and you called me from it. You're like, "Hey, I'm on the bus. We're going to pick up garbage." Yeah, you're like, we're going to do community service.
I had on a vest and a hard hat. I don't think any of my kids know that about me.
How bad you
so
were.
I'm gonna have to tell them like, y'all need to humble yourselves, because I think I told one of them,
more word and you're going to pick up trash on the freeway.
You could sign your kids up as like a fucking lesson to be learned.
That's a great punishment, I think.
And it serves the community because we need it. So
yes,
but no, I remember telling either Stinkers or maybe it was Bunny or somebody like to get a job at Starbucks because they have benefits, they pay for school, it's like actually a good job, they pay a good hourly wage, and I want coffee. And they were like,
coffee.
Whoever it was like, I am not working at Starbucks. And I was like, hold on, like you need to humble your little broke ass self. Yeah, like what? Like Sephora? What do you think you're gonna do like as a teenager? And it irritated the fuck out of me, and I was like, these kids like need to be fucking humbled, because as a kid I was trying to work any and everywhere. Like I started making money, I've told the story a million times, at like fucking 6 and 7 years old, cleaning up my neighbors' yards because I wanted cash to go to the Shell station at the end of my street. So like humble your motherfucking self. That's spoiled child, never had to fucking want for anything in their lives attitude, and I don't like it. But it dawned on me, I also saw people cleaning up on the freeway like near my exit the other day, and they looked young, and I was like, that was me. And I remember like it was hella boys from different neighborhoods, well, different sections of Richmond and shit, that were on the bus with me, on the van, and they were like trying to get at me. And I remember I was the only girl, and I was like, whatever, with my vest on, and we were going and cleaning up. And some of them, the ones that liked me, would like do the work that I was working on like for me, like so but I would get caught like standing around too much and get checked by our supervisor or whatever the fuck, our babysitter, our
yard work supervisor,
our court appointed county supervisor. But no, I did that for a long time, and I want them to know that like you're not too good to fucking work at Starbucks. Here's what I had to do, like shit like that, you know what I mean? Like get it together. I wish there was a Scared Straight jail program that you could sign them up for, different county things to humble them.
No, really.
But yeah, that's part of my story, my origin story.
Let me tell you a review.
What?
I bought a sample pack of Lumi.
Oh, how'd that go for you? Ew, did you get one of the ones that stink? Because I heard some of them stink.
Lavender. So let me tell you, Naya, the poor baby, takes after me and is already having hormone issues. Like her periods are so bad. She vomits the first 2 days really bad. And you know, because of birth control, it's causing hormone fluctuations. You know, she's waking up with night sweats, drenched, where she's having to change her clothes, like menopause. No. So
it's the food.
She's like, no deodorants are working.
It's the hormones they're putting in the food that's altering their fucking state.
Probably. Well, hers is one of the reasons is birth control. Mm-hmm. Genetics. She's probably gonna go through menopause at 25. Mm-hmm. The earlier.
I hope not. Let's not wish that on anyone.
No, because I hate it. So anyways, she's like, no deodorant. She came up to me, she was damn near in tears, she's like, no deodorant is working, please help me, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. I'm like, me and Aunt Maria have been talking about.
Did you talk about the alternating deodorants thing?
Oh, we've done it all.
Oh, okay, because that's what I have to do, like, because after a while the same one won't work for me, so like each time I have to replace it, I'll alternate.
Girl, we've been even alternating clinical strengths and shit. No go. Aww. So I was like, Anne Marie and I have been talking about Lumi. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna order the sample, the sample pack
that comes with all the flavors.
$24. You get to pick 2 different deodorants that are like this big in the cream tube, a pack of wipes, and a body wash. Naya likes coconut, so I got the coconut flavor scent coconut. I grabbed a clean tangerine.
It's scent, right? It's not flavored.
No,
right?
You don't eat it.
I just lather my whole body in it before sex.
Right.
It's flavored.
Squeeze the tube in your hookie.
I'm a cupcake. What?
Cream filling. Real creamies. So the wipes I grabbed, cool cucumber, the body wash, the toasted coconut, and then they threw in a free lavender sage deodorant. I don't like that smell.
Really?
No. I like lavender for like Epsom salt baths and shit.
Candles and shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to smell like lavender. The thing is, I will say, so the scent goes away within like an hour.
Okay.
You don't smell the scent anymore.
Yeah.
Let me tell you my experiment. I did a dirty white girl experiment.
You wore it for 5 days and
It's
didn't
been
shower.
hot as, so you know it says 72 hours, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see how long it really worked. So I didn't take a shower, and it's been hot as fuck for 3 days. Okay. I used it in my armpits and my butt crack. And one of the reasons I never wanted to buy Lumi is because of their ads.
Their ads are fucking disgusting. Horrible.
They're like,
horrible.
does your
scripted
butthole
ads.
stink all the time?
No. I saw one
after
the
a
other day.
shower.
I saw one. I might have sent it to you. It's a white lady in the car, I think. And she's talking about the shit. And she goes, you know when you sit down on the toilet and you get that smell?
No.
You know that smell. No, the fuck I don't, Karen.
No, bitch, because I wash
don't.
my ass.
I don't get a smell when I sit on the toilet. What? Talking about, you know, as soon as you sit down, you know the smell. No, the fuck we don't. And you need to go to the doctor. Fuck Lumi. You're going to the doctor. That shit made me so
Fuck, Lumi,
fucking mad.
you need the gynecologist.
Yeah, you probably got something else going on. If you
have
sit
Trig.
on the toilet.
That's Trig,
That's
bitch.
Trig. Let me tell you. You should already know this. Let me tell you. You got BV and you need to make a call now.
So those ads are the reason we haven't tried it beforehand, because they're so vulgar.
No, there's
and
a
gross.
way better way to market that shit. You could just say, why wouldn't you want, if it's available, why wouldn't you want deodorant for everywhere? Right? Why can't you just say that? We all know where, you don't even have to go that far.
Right.
Just say everywhere.
I will say, after, I think I lasted probably 56 hours, not a full 3 days, because I need to take a shower. But, girl, no butt crack smell, no armpit smell, no feet, nada. And it been 900 degrees. That shit is magic.
Sold.
Sold.
I'm ordering it today. Amazon will have it by my house by tonight.
They have it on Amazon.
Yes, they do.
Because I was on live and talking about it, and listeners went to Amazon and bought it while I was talking about it. I was blown away.
So remember when I was on my bleaching product kick?
Yeah.
Kira had told me they sell a acidic something body wash that's supposed to be a brightening body wash or whatever.
Like
that
a vitamin
make.
C?
I don't know, but it's supposed to brighten your shit. And I think she said she tried it, and they sell one.
It's
or
for
whatever.
like dark spots and shit?
It's, for hyperpigmentation.
Yeah. I need to put it on my
went on
face.
Amazon, and Amazon has it. So, and I saw their whole product line available. Also, Target does delivery, and I could get that shit by tonight also.
Does Target sell Lumi? Mm-hmm. I didn't know
everything,
that.
yeah. They sell the whole line.
Shut up. Mm-hmm. The wipes are great.
Oh, good.
Like everything.
I'm about to order all that shit.
I didn't use the body wash. I gave it to Naya. Mm-hmm. But she said she loves it. It's
good.
Been fantastic.
And it's working for her too?
Yeah.
Wow. Go Lumi.
And it's aluminum free. That's insane.
Yeah, because I used to be like,
I
it's
need
too
aluminum.
Hot. Get that shit with aluminum. Don't
Extra
play
aluminum.
that wet crystal hippie shit with me.
No.
You go get that real powerful cancer causing shit.
Whatever is in that shit is fucking magic.
Wow, good. Good for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a real good product.
All right. Well, I'm going to try it. I'm glad to know that.
Yeah, I want to buy some, obviously when I run out, I'm buying more. I'm forever sold on it.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good to know.
Yeah. I was pretty fucking shocked.
Huh.
Yeah. So I've been saving that to tell you about it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Have I been saving anything?
The new Snow White movie. Have you seen the controversy surrounding the new Snow White?
Why are they remaking everything? Everything.
Fucking know.
No. What's going on with this?
So the original storyline is Snow White eats the poison apple or some shit, falls asleep. Mm-hmm. Or is that Sleeping Beauty? It's always a damsel in distress, and the man comes and saves her.
And an evil mom or queen or evil lady behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, listen, as women, yes, strong, independent women, all for it. You guys know that. But some women want to be saved. It's okay to want to be saved. It's okay to want to be taken care of. Like, it's okay to be on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like,
everybody doesn't have to be a strong, independent woman.
Right. Some people
women
don't
like
want
the
to
patriarchy.
Yeah.
I saw a video recently of a young girl. I saw it on social media, and she was like, where's the patriarchy? I want to stay home and take care of kids and cook and clean all day long and have a man take care of me. Where are they at? And the guy she was talking to that had a microphone or whatever, he was like, well, are you going to listen to what he says? What if he wants to have sex 5 times a day? She said, oh, well, let's do it.
Oh,
some people want that.
Yes.
And I'm not against it.
I'm not, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
I don't fucking
whatever
want that.
you want. Like, yeah.
So in the movie, in the remake, they took out the prince. There's no man. They took out the 7 dwarfs, which were a huge part of the storyline.
That's the whole story.
Apparently, they're saying dwarves are not politically correct, but little people exist, right? Dwarves.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word. I know you're not supposed to say midget. I don't know. I'm so sorry if I'm offending anyone. Write in and tell me. But they took the 7 dwarfs out. They're going to be 7 friends of like regular height.
friends.
Like, why can't it
Why
be
can't
dwarves?
they be small people?
Why?
Little people.
Why can't it be little people? Why can't... I don't know. Why can't we just keep the fucking story?
If you're going to remake the movie, why are you going to change the whole movie?
Because then it's not Snow White and the 7.
Now it's just
little
a bitch
people.
in the forest playing with hella animals. It's you.
It's Crystal.
It's you, but brunette.
Yep. I don't know. So hella people are mad about it. The lead actress who's playing Snow White, she's young. She's like fucking early 20s. So she is defending all of it. And hella people are mad. And you know Naya is like staunch hardcore feminist.
Yeah.
She is like, put the fucking prince back. Put the little people back. Some women want to be saved.
And here's the thing, like when you're doing fairy tale stories or whatever, there's so much nostalgia tied in with that that's what people like about the story. Like, you know, the story they grew up hearing, I feel like.
And I get
it's not the same story. So
it's
like
not.
I don't think it's going to do well.
Some people were trying to compare it to The Little Mermaid being black. Not the fucking
Not
same
the same
thing at
if
all.
they kept the story the same, no, it's not this. That's no.
No.
This is rewriting the story.
Right.
Don't compare that. That's not an accurate comparison.
And I feel like, let the fucking prince save her. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm usually fucking kill the prince, fucking down with men, but you know, just kidding. But
yeah.
no, let it be, you know, happily ever after and shit.
That's dumb
As fuck.
I think that's stupid. I also just think it's stupid they keep remaking shit.
Need them to
is all
stop.
of the creativity in Hollywood gone?
Yeah.
Are they still on strike? Like, you have no other options? Like, why? It's annoying the fuck out of me that every single movie ever is being remade.
It's so annoying.
Just some things don't need to be remade.
Like, make us something new.
Yeah, please. So, I was thinking, I was going through like DMs and stuff the other day, and like some people that I personally know, and you know, kind of blast from the past type situation, and it made me realize something, and I think it's a positive, it's a good thing for me, and for everyone. You got one time, I've said this before, but you got one time to act funny with me. Like, you got one, don't come back and try to play it off like, you know what I'm saying, nothing happened, nothing was wrong, you didn't act weird with me. Like, I'm noticing that of multiple people, not hell of, but like 3 people that have acted weird with me in the past are now coming back and trying to be like
Friends?
Trying to be jokey with me, and I'm like, I'm not responding to that. Like, no, you stay where you went. You acted weird with me. You got one time to act funny with, and that goes for anybody. Yeah. Like, just where I'm at in life, like, I don't have
I'm old and tired.
And I just like, I barely want to fuck with the people I do fuck with. So it's like, if you acted funny and you're no longer in my life, stay on that side.
Yeah.
Like, don't come back. You know what I mean?
Were these people you were friends with?
Yeah, at one point in time. And it's like, and for whatever reason, like, they acted funny, and then like now you're trying to come back and bust a joke
with
out of
no
nowhere.
explanation, no
Exactly.
sorry,
Yeah.
no I fucked up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What is that?
Because when we're this old, accountability is huge.
Yeah.
You say, I fucked up them years ago.
Sorry I acted weird.
Yes.
Sorry I pulled some weird shit.
It's really easy to say sorry
Yeah,
when
it is.
you're wrong.
Yeah. Don't just play it off and think that for your comfort, I'm going to play along and just be like, oh, hey, haha, and laugh at your joke or something. I'm not.
No.
I'm definitely not. Like, I'm one that cuts off parents. So, like, don't think for 1 minute I'm like hard up to take like a friend back into my fucking, you know what I mean? I didn't do anything wrong, and it was a weird...
Well, I feel like you're owed not necessarily an explanation, but at least a
mention,
sorry. Absolutely.
a mention of what happened or where the fuck. Oh, why did you act weird? Like, where did you go? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, no, I'm not doing that. So, boundaries just goes back to boundaries that we've talked about before, and I think everybody needs healthy boundaries. And
Yes.
something like that, I feel like it deserves to have like whatever happened acknowledged. I'm not gonna, for your comfort, play along like
Nope.
nothing happened. You know what I mean? No, I'm not doing that. So, yeah, don't hit me unless you're gonna have your big girl panties on or whatever and address whatever went left. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Weird behavior.
An article I was reading today about, and I'm gonna pronounce so many words wrong. Leave me alone. You understand? I'm gonna use my small town girl accent. Just kidding. But anyway, so I read this article about PFAs. Now, PFA, I didn't know what PFAs were before this article.
I don't either. What's a PFA?
Per and polyfluorinated substances. The per and polyfluorinated substances are a group of chemicals used...
That's a PFS, right? Not a PFA.
PFAS.
Oh, okay.
So they're used to make fluoropolymer coatings and products that resist heat, oil, stains, grease, and water, right?
Okay.
So they did a bunch of tests on different pairs of leggings.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
And they were found predominantly and heavily in the crotch.
Lululemon.
That was one of the ones that had
one of the
highest,
top ones.
Yeah. You know, those are like fucking $200 leggings and shit.
So they're called forever toxins that they contain. And so they cause irreversible damage, I read about.
To your liver, to your thyroid, to your hormonal and your hormonal balance.
Yeah.
And it can be permanent.
Yeah.
Damage.
Forever toxins.
So,
and I was thinking, as I wear a pair from H&M that probably contain those forever toxins, but they're a good $15, and I
wonder
like
why we have migraines all the
and
time.
night sweats. You
Right.
wonder why your fucking deodorant don't work.
We're getting poisoned through our puss.
Yeah, that might be it. Could be it. I was just thinking, like, take me back to the 80s.
Before okay, so here's another conversation I had with someone recently. Were we better off as a society before we had access to so much when we were dumber, before the internet?
For sure.
I feel
because corporations are trying to cut corners and they're killing us in the process. They're using anything they can that can save them a buck, and it's killing us.
I liked it before we knew about all the ways we were being murdered. Like,
well, also the technology and shit just didn't exist back then yet. So like Mervyn's and shit was not selling you forever toxins through your pussy. Yeah, exactly.
No.
They didn't have that kind of technology yet. Now it's like it costs 5 cents probably to produce, and it's going to kill them, but we're going to get the profit. So forget it. So what?
No one's ever going to smell your biscuit through your leggings because of the forever toxins. Because, you know, it's made for grease and oil and fucking heat and shit to help with those things.
Like for sweat or something? Oh. Well, what I saw was like just these mass-produced clothing that's really toxic and harmful. Kids' clothes, shit like that. It's not the deodorized leggings. It's the you know, the products that they're making these fast fashion clothes with. That's saving them money.
Oh, yeah. But went on to read an article that was specifically about the crotch of certain pairs of leggings. And then I went and fucking read hella articles about the PFASs or whatever, because I wanted to know, like, is it reversible? Is it like drinking too much coffee can give you cancer? You know, shit like that. Everything's going to give us cancer. But I was like, holy shit. I do think we were better off as a society before we had access to so much information. Like, I remember going to the library, having to get encyclopedias and shit to look up shit.
Yeah.
Now, it's not like that. I don't know. I miss those simpler days.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everything was less harmful. Food was less fucked with. Yeah. Everything was not genetically modified. You know what I mean? That's when I say I miss the 80s, like all of that shit, like all the corporations weren't killing us off at a rate that they are now for a profit.
Or if they were, we didn't fucking know about it.
That shit didn't exist back then.
Aaron Brockovich. Remember the company that was dumping hella toxins into the
ocean and shit,
the river running through the fucking town and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was shady shit, but not
on this level,
this scale. Fuck no. So get the internet out of here.
Yeah, it's just we're too far gone now, and like, you know.
Yeah, and everyone knows everything, and it's really depressing.
Yeah.
We want to say hi to Nicole Clark. We do. She was at our live show.
Okay.
She ran into friends of mine that I went to high school with. Mm-hmm. And she had on a Hello Dysfunction sweater.
And it sparked a conversation.
And the women I went to high school with went up to her and were like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they all met each other.
Don't be trying to claim us. You're friends from high school.
I love them. And so the friend messaged me and was like, hey, because I reposted the picture on our story of them. And she was like,
I don't think I saw it.
I'll send it to you. And my friend from high school was like, the listener's name is Nicole Clark. And I was like, okay, I'll totally fucking mention her on the show. I thought that was really cute.
Yes. I thought this was like a fucking someone that worked with fast fashion or something. I thought it was still
hey to Nicole Clark, who works in PFASs.
Hey.
No.
I guess. Hey.
Who works at Lululemon.
Right.
No.
Right. Hey, girl. No, speaking of some weird fashion shit that I saw today, it was an ad from Khloe Kardashian. You know, she has that Good American jeans brand.
So sick of them.
This is what's so interesting to me, though. It was a little video. I'm going to fucking fight them. They got about 2 more minutes of this shit.
Fucking scream out the window.
They got to be woodworkers. Like, I'm going to find out. So the Good American jeans brand, I didn't know that this was like a huge selling point for them, but I watched this ad, the sponsored ad that came up on my feed, and it was her describing, they have what's called always fit jeans, and she's like, you know, maybe if you want to eat more than usual, maybe if you are on your period and bloated, maybe if whatever, you know, I just like for women to have these options. Their jeans, like they come in ranges, like they have a size 00 through size 4 for one pair that fits that range of sizes. The next range is size like 6 through 12. And it fits everyone in those sizes. Like, isn't that hella cool?
It is, but do they stretch out?
They retract enough to where they don't look baggy, like, after you wash them. So they stretch only as needed. And then if you want it to go back to that starter size, they do, without looking baggy.
So, you know, I don't know about you, but if I wear my jeans, I'm not going to wash them every time I wear them. I'll wash them like every third time.
Well, you're not going to be a size 12 and then tomorrow be a size 6.
No, but what I'm saying is if you wear it, right?
Yeah.
And you know how if you buy denim that has some stretch to it, right? A little bit. You know how at the end of the day when you wear it, it's a little looser than when you put it on in the morning. I want to know if those get like that, or does it retain?
It's supposed to go back down. That's their whole selling point. So I thought I might want to try those just to see what they fit like. And they're like, trust me, like this is
I want another company to make them.
I know it sounds crazy, but this is what they are. And I was like, that's cool. Like,
it is cool.
Because you could essentially get a pair of jeans and keep them for way longer than you would. Because I have a lot of different size jeans in my closet from like when I'm heavier, when I'm smaller, shit like that. This could eliminate that. Like if you buy one good pair of jeans that covers like 3 or 4 sizes, you know what I mean? Like you could keep that pair of jeans for a really long time.
I need American Eagle to come out with those. Yeah. Because I love the way American Eagle jeans fit.
I do too.
If you have curves, American Eagle jeans are really great.
There's no better ones. If you have a BBL, I'll just say that. There's no better fitting jeans at all. No Fashion Novas, no fucking...
Fuck no. Fashion Novas are a joke.
They are great. They're fucking great.
I hate thinking of giving $1 to anyone in the Kardashian fucking clan. So I need another company to fucking make those so I can try them.
So I want to try them, and I'll let you guys know if they actually do that, and maybe have somebody else try them on that's like a few sizes different from me, but in that range for that size. You know what I mean?
I need them to wear them the whole day too,
and see how, you know, if they fit that person good the way that they would fit me good. You know, like because that's their whole selling point, and I thought that was cool.
It is a really cool concept.
Yeah.
I just
did you see Mitch McConnell fucking at the podium or whatever? I don't know if it was today or like yesterday. For one thing, he's hella fucking skinny, but I mean he is like 100 years old, but he like had another medical emergency.
Another one?
Yes.
Thank
yes. God. And the lady like comes up and is like, did you hear what they said? Like asking about running for senator for 2026. And she's like slowly, loudly repeating like a question from the media.
Get these fucking old white men out of office.
And he like freezes and he can't respond and he doesn't talk. And he like, they're like, oh, he's having another medical emergency. And they like,
ask me if I'm sad.
And I'm not sad. It's just such a joke that like the fucking country is like, are you serious?
So this is why I fucking, even if you don't like the fucking candidate who's running for the party whose views you most believe, it's so important to vote for president because of Senate seats, of House seats, of fucking Jesus Christ, because that motherfucker has been in office for years.
Also, you should have like a cutoff. Like you should only be able to serve so many terms and then you're done. You don't get to keep
it. Should be like the presidency.
Yeah. Twice,
probably even less.
Yeah, you know, because if you're 100 fucking years old and you can't even like stand up and like hear and respond anymore, like is this a joke? Like it's crazy. I saw it and I was like, oh my fucking God.
Between him and our president, it's like who's gonna collapse at the podium first?
Yeah. No, Biden is like, oh God, he gets more and more embarrassed. Did you see what he said about the people of Maui? I reshared the fucking speech he gave, and like I think he was in Maui giving this, and there was like, you know, Hawaiians behind him, some holding ukuleles and shit, and I like typed, I was just hoping one of them would beat him over the head with the fucking ukulele. He had on his little baseball cap or whatever, and he goes up and he goes, you know, I can relate because I almost lost my like Corvette and my wife and due to a kitchen fire at our house. And he compares the situation in Maui to that. And like how fucking insensitive and like senile could you fucking be? Like, oh my God. So he stood up and explained his kitchen fire and how that, so he could totally relate to Maui. Like, on any level, is that the same? Read the fucking room. Like, oh my God. So yeah, that was pure embarrassment. I was like, please God, get rid of him. Like, he's so
back in the day, our presidents weren't 500 years old. Our fucking House of Representatives, our senators weren't 900 years old. You know, JFK was in his fucking 40s, girl. Like,
and they got rid of his ass. I think he was too progressive thinking.
This is why people need to fucking vote. Vote. My God.
Personally, I don't think that the whoever is president makes any real decisions, though. Like, I feel like they're a puppet for the bigger ups behind them.
No, it's a collaborative effort.
And so I believe that whoever is, like, the older men, the more senile, the easier they are to maybe control and get them to say whatever and have that old way of thinking that they want. You know what I mean? I feel like the younger candidates are too progressive, maybe, and maybe have some pushback, or maybe don't go along with the program as easily as they would want. This is my theory. So I think that's why they keep these old thinking fucking assholes in office, because it better serves their agenda. That's what I think.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. I can't think of, there's not one fucking candidate running right now, you know, that's starting the campaign that it's very depressing.
Yeah, it is.
But you have to vote.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell, maybe it's time to fucking bow out.
Before you're forced to, before you do it, before
you die in front of all of us.
Like, yes, it's sad. It's
He's
like,
such a motherfucker.
what the fuck?
He's gross.
Yeah, not like I feel bad for him or anything, like, you know, sympathy, but
I
it's
feel
just
bad
like,
for myself.
what the fuck? Like, you're up there, like, about to collapse at any time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Doesn't he look like a little old turtle?
He does, but now he's like a skinny turtle. Like, it's different. Like, he's all frail and small.
Turtle.
You know how old people get really little before
Yeah.
it's their time? Like, that's what he looks like to me.
He's probably sick and they're not fucking telling anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
Because they don't want to give up that fucking position or refill it, whatever. Refill it. They don't want to refill it.
Okay, so we have a write-in. This is a birthday write-in. Hi, Thea Crystal and Thea Pat. I'm writing in for my best friend's birthday that is on August 23rd. I showed her Hello Dysfunction, and now she listens religiously with me, and we laugh at all the episodes all the time. It's her 30th birthday, and it would mean the world to her to have you wish her a happy dirty 30. She's turning 30 this year and has grown so much in the time that I've known her. She's my twin flame, the most beautiful person on the planet, and is a badass photographer. She showed me around Thailand, Japan, and Taiwan after she traveled the world on her own for 6 months.
Hey.
That's cool. She's outspoken, silly, beautiful, and passionate, and I just love her. This is for you, Ava. Oh no, Ava. Sorry, pronounced Ava. June. I love you so much. Love, B. Happy birthday, Ava.
And welcome to your fucking 30s.
Yeah.
It gets so much better.
And that's so cool, traveling the world for fucking by yourself for 6 months. Like, that's a dream. I wish I had it in me to be able to do something like that.
Okay, so this says, so I just recently started listening to y'all, and you have made such a difference in my life already. It's crazy. That hearing that I'm not the only one that has had such a crazy, dramatic life. I could tell you all kinds of stories, from smoking at 10 to catching my mom fucking my dad's best friend on my 11th birthday while he was out of town. Then 8 years later, getting arrested for family violence, beating the shit out of the same guy, which my mom ended up marrying.
Oh my God.
So now I'm going through the hardest time of my life with my bipolar, maybe schizophrenic husband who got on drugs and was convinced I had people in the vents I was showing my pushy to, and so much more. Now he has moved out and left me to raise our daughter after 15 years. Listening to y'all has really given me strength to see that I deserve more and that I can make it no matter what.
For sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
And then she said, pussy, not pushy.
We got it.
But it reminded me when, you know, she said her husband, soon to be ex-husband, thinks that there's people in the vents fucking she's showing her pussy to. It reminded me so much of my dad back in the day, because I've mentioned it before. My mom wasn't allowed to look up from the ground because any male my mother ever made eye contact with, my dad would flip out on her and tell her, I know you want to show them your pussy. That's why you're looking at people.
My dad was the same way with me. I wasn't allowed to look at men in the eyes. And growing up, I thought it was like a pimp thing. like a rule that derived from that, but it was actually a schizophrenia thing.
Yes.
And I was not allowed to look men in the eyes ever. I remember as a little fucking kid, like 6 years old,
who has no idea
being told, like, even if they say hi, anything, do not look up and look at them in the eyes ever. And that continued all through like high school. Even he would try to, like, by that time I was cussing him out and shit.
Yeah.
But it's weird that that's a very common thing. Yeah.
It's really weird.
Among schizophrenics.
Yeah. But I'm glad you're finding your strength.
Yeah, for sure. You got this.
Thank you for listening to us. Welcome home, girl.
I have one. Okay. Hey ladies, I love the podcast and so does my best friend of 21 years. If you could wish her a happy birthday on the show, it would mean a lot to her. You guys did last year and she watched my dogs.
Aww.
I was thinking this year you could help me demand a girls trip to the beach next month. Thanks. And that's from Megan.
Happy birthday.
She didn't put her friend's name, huh?
Mm-mm. The friend will know, hopefully.
You'll know.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you for being so gracious. My best friend, Hey Girl, and I attended the live show, and although the small town girl is so genuine and real in person, my own mind was a little shy. Pat, I did work up the courage to talk to you, and told you I felt like an older sister learning about living with true convictions. So here's the other part. I swear. Crystal, I couldn't approach you because all I would have done is cry all over you about how much the episode you and Naya did together meant to me and one of my students. Nobody come at me unless you have heard it. She is in the system and she was so tough on the exterior, but I could see the cracks. I told her I wanted her to know what a realistic parent who loves their child sounds like. Oh, God. And how Naya can say whatever is true to her heart because she knows you love her regardless. This kiddo is 16 and needed to hear that. Sorry, I'm fucking this up. I told her about y'all, and when you drop an episode, I tell her to go listen to my girls. She isn't interested in podcasts yet, but when she's 18, I'll let her in on the secret so I don't get in trouble. If I happen to drop it in conversation before then, well, it happens. I just wanted you to know what I couldn't say to you in person, what I wanted to say. Thank you for the hug, Pat. I really admire you both. Never stop.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you. That's hella sweet.
Thanks for making me almost cry. So thanks a lot. All right, okay. I have to go to open house.
Yes, have fun.
Fuck me. I'm going to race there
I'm
like a maniac.
I'm going to beat your neighbor's ass and go home.
Please. Have Bunny record it when you fight.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sick of this shit. You guys go subscribe to our YouTube.
Please.
And then our Patreon. And then the other shit.
Everything.
Tell everyone else too. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging with us every week. For those that hang multiple times a week, thank you so much. And that's it. Suck it easy.
Go to bed.